But I think the whole weekend was so jam-packed that I just want to touch a few things.
So I just want to, before you go ahead, I just feel like it would have been more exciting if Hamilton didn't crash into George.
Listen,
He made an error. He made a very rookie error.
Listen,
he's been in the sport for so long, and he just completely did a dum-dum.
He completely lost. Took leave of. Anyway, we'll come back to it. Let's go back to qualifying.
Yeah, let's go from the start. I just wanted to say that before anything else, because I feel like
slag off Lewis Hamilton to turn all four of the viewers off before we start.
You tell me I'm such a Lewis Hamilton fan that I slack him off. No, I don't think I should say that. But now you're telling me I'm slacking him off. Listen, I love him, but
enough about Lewis Hamilton.
He did make a boo-boo.
Okay, enough about Lewis Hamilton. Qualifying. I just want to briefly run over qualifying. If I don't want to talk about qualifying. Oh no, there was one thing I want to talk about qualifying. Okay.
Yes, go ahead.
I don't know if this deserves its whole own video, but I feel like Lance Stroll and Sergio Perez were having a competition of who can be the biggest piece of fucking
That's
shit.
What I'm thinking, you know. I'm now judging Sergio Perez and Lance Stroll.
Like, just... It's like they're in contest. Like, you think you're shit? I'm going to show you shit. Fucking
showing each other on shitness.
I just can't... I can't make heads or tails of it. So you had some opinions on Lance Stroll... being shit and then
being very he's getting a bit too big for his boots because his dad owns the team. He think yeah majority like probably 75% of the team. I was being so I think maybe he thinks he can get away with just acting like a bit of a child sometimes, which I don't agree with. Like he kind of, do you see what he threw the steering wheel out of the car when it got into the
and then he pushed his train.
And how much are the steering wheels?
Lawrence Stroll doesn't care about that. Lawrence Stroll's got.
Yeah, but you don't want to see that. You don't want to see if it was not your son, you wouldn't want to see that from Piastri or Norris, would you? I wouldn't. Is someone?
I understand it's not. His behaviour was petulant, and he threw the steering wheel out of the car and then pushed his train up. I actually have a slightly different opinion. I actually thought it was refreshing to see that he gave a shit for a change. Because usually just, we've been in the qualifying and the race was fine. Usually it just seems like he's gone down Tesco at the weekend, like the way he talks about it. I was like, finally, some fucking fire from this guy. Some passion, some drive. I finally saw something like, well, at least he cares.
He cares, but he's not good enough to be caring.
And this is okay. I was going to save this, but I'm going to give you my hot take. I don't think Lance Stroll will be in that car next year.
You don't think so?
And I'll tell you for why. Obviously, he can't be sacked. He's the unsackable soldier.
His dad has.
He cannot be fired. But I think he'll leave. Why would you? It gets to the point where it's like, why would you want to put yourself through that every week? And I think Valtteri Bottas talked about it towards the end of his Mercedes career, where he was like, I'm just not having a good time here at Like, why would you want to finish over a second behind your teammate every weekend, making a laughing stock of yourself? When he's fucking rich and can do anything.
Wait, so are we talking about Perez or Stroll?
Stroll.
Stroll. Okay, you mentioned Perez.
Sorry, I meant Stroll. It gets to the point where it's like, why doesn't he go and play tennis somewhere?
They say that he's going to play tennis. He's good at tennis, but
I'm saying he's rich. It's not like he's like, well, I've got to put food on the table. It's like the world is his oyster. He's got Daddy Stroll. He's not too hard up for cash himself, having been in the Formula One earning millions.
I have seen that they've got a Valkyrie project going, so he could go into that, and that's coming up soon.
What do you mean?
So you know the Aston Martin Valkyrie, it's like they're building a championship car to race in their own category.
No, but
so maybe go into that.
I think he's done with racing. I think he's done with racing.
But I don't think he has the cloth for F1. He's not that F1 material.
The cloth.
Because he's not able to.
I think there is an expression there, but I don't think the cloth is what you mean.
He's the right material. That's
okay.
the better.
The fabric, the velvet. No, I'm joking. Carry on.
Whatever. Yeah. But he's definitely not it.
He's not built for F1. No.
Exactly. Like he's good for a mid team to keep putting in the podiums, but
he's in a mid team and he can't get off Q1. Sorry,
yeah, but they are in a championship, kind of not beating Max Verstappen, but they could fight second and third if he was able to support Alonso.
Yeah, we're about to get back-to-back hot takes here. There's so many hot takes. Might have to. Anyway, I actually think the Aston Martin is now just a midfield car, but Alonso is just driving the arse off.
Yeah, so if Stroll was able to do what Alonso's doing as well,
he will never be able to do what he's doing.
Yeah, but say in an alternate universe, they would be a lot tighter. They would probably be close to Ferrari or. Do you know what I mean?
Listen, if my grandmother had wheels, she would have been a bike. But
I don't use that.
But no, I think I do want to actually go fully in depth with the Lance Stroll thing. So we'll talk about him on a.
That's a set. That is a set.
Because otherwise we'll just end up talking about him the whole time. And we haven't gotten out qualifying. We've just talked about Lance Stroll. Perez. I'm quite an eloquent person. I have quite a good vocabulary. I have run out of adjectives to describe my disappointment at Sergio Perez week in, week out. He makes me sick. That's probably a bit strong. But I watch what he does like this. Like, this isn't... I don't actually believe what I'm seeing. This is not possible. How are you... Max Verstappen is a bit gusty out here, coasting up the front, and this guy is fighting for his life to get out of Q2. I cannot get my head around it.
But obviously, I'm not rooting for Checo, but the way that car is set up, it's more
nonsense,
more like naughty, more bam bam bam. But Checo has said that he likes an understeery car. So it's not going to suit his driving style. Listen.
Okay.
But I'd agree with you. He has disappointed me with Perez, making mistakes after mistakes, like lunging in the Japan. What was that about? He didn't need to do that. He just keeps making errors that he does. He's been in the game how long? F1.
Here's
how
the
long?
thing. I wouldn't mind if he was just slow and just couldn't overtake. And just smashed the car up. And just spun.
I don't get why.
And just bitched and moaned. And just complained. If it was just one or two or five of those. But it's like you are doing nothing right. Apart from I quite like his yellow racing boots. I think they look really cool. But apart from that, I've not got much good to say about him this season. I think he will be there next season because I think he likes the pain. I think he likes suffering. But anyway, that's enough about the idiots. Let's move on from the idiots to the other end. Oscar Piastri, man of the moment. Is he God?
No.
Rookie.
For sure, rookie of the year.
Showing up Lando, winning a sprint race.
Yeah.
Holding
Lando
off
hasn't even won yet.
Prime Chad.
Lando hasn't even won yet.
No.
And Piastri has got a win on him.
Yeah.
Not a full-fledged race, but he had
in his 17th race. Not 70th. 17th ever. Actually, well, technically it's not 17th.
So that must hurt.
Sprints and everything.
Loris must be hurting at the moment. He must be hurting the fact that he's got one over.
And he should be. Yeah. And obviously we're both impartial. But I love Lando Norris. But it was a missed opportunity this weekend.
And the fact that Norris wanted to pass Piastri, saying that he was quicker, but he didn't get really close enough to even pass him. Do you know what I mean? So I don't really believe the fact that Norris is quicker.
He's going to try his luck, isn't he? I think that's fair enough.
He's like George saying, let me pass Lewis so we can help out and get DRS.
Yeah.
Same thing there, really. Just stop it.
Just stop
it.
Just stop it. But Lando, I think this was a real wake-up call for Lando. I think... And I feel for him because he's had it all his own way the last 2 years. He's had that he's had that bum from off the street.
Daniel Ricciardo.
He's
not a bum, okay. Whatever. We could disagree.
He's had that bum from off the street, barely, hanging onto the car, and he's gone, I'm a miracle worker. And then he's had Oscar Piastri come in, and he's gone, I'm not saying Oscar Piastri is better, by any means. And I think, if you really break it down, Lando was actually quicker, slightly. If you look at it, he fell back at the start and ended up in traffic and all this sort of stuff. But if you look at the overall pace through the race, Lando just has Piastri, I think, still. But nevertheless, the opportunities on the table there, and Piastri took it. Norris didn't.
But that's such a big confidence booster for Piastri to be able to get that win on Norris when he probably knows he's a bit quicker than Piastri, but that confidence is probably going to maybe up his game.
Yeah, and if I was Norris, I'd be scared now. Because you've seen, I'm just a little rookie trying my best, Piastri, win a sprint. Now he's enormous fucking bollocks, Aussie balls.
He is the F1 material. He is F1
now
material.
He's going, Lando, who? Now he's got that confidence. I mean, you know what confidence does. Max Verstappen might be the most confident person ever to walk on Earth. Look what he's doing. Lance Stroll doesn't even want to look in the mirror. Sorry, we'll leave them alone.
They say Lance Stroll's he's not even fully committed in F1.
No, we'll leave him alone. We'll leave him alone for now. He's sorry, Lance, and hope you get the help you need, etc. Who else can we talk about? Oh, sorry, there's a guy. What's his name again? Oh, Max Verstappen. He became a 3-time world champion.
He finished 4 seconds ahead. That's the least he's finished so far in every race, in all the races we've had.
Yeah, I think part of that was the tyre thing, though. They were being very careful. The tyres and these weird, you've got to do 18 laps and all that.
I don't think I believe you on that one.
Believe me, okay.
I don't believe you on that one.
All right. The pack has closed up.
Yeah, exactly. The pack has closed up. Look at McLaren. What were they? 17th, 16th, 15th, and they shot right to basically second, third, fourth, fifth minimum.
And again, I don't want to go on too much about it because it's its whole thing. But you love him or hate him or indifferent, the season Max Verstappen has is. What else could he have done, really, other than win the first 2 races? Really, it's one of his. I think it was one of his mechanics said it that it's actually scary watching him. Like I just think he said, I think he just goes home and gets put on charge. He's just a robot.
He's just able to on pace, just like
he doesn't
bam, bam, bam straight away.
But he does everything perfect. He's quick in qualifying. He's amazing in the race. He's great at looking after the tyres. He doesn't make mistakes. He can.
He's one of the best on sims. He's one of the best on sim drivers in the world. True. So he's got it all. He's got it all.
But with all the greats, usually there's a thing you can point to. Senna, a bit too emotional at times.
Yeah, but same as Verstappen, he's a bit too emotional. If somebody was up like Hamilton, they were fighting, like Spa, for instance.
This year?
No, sorry. I want to go back to last year because you can't forget that fatal crash. No, sorry, the Italian track.
Oh, right, okay, yeah, Monza,
sorry.
Yeah,
you know that tight one.
Yeah.
Where Hamilton
that was 2021.
But then,
sorry, we're not doing that.
Yeah, we are doing that. We are.
We're not doing that.
Listen to my point, because Hamilton done what Verstappen does to Hamilton always. And Hamilton felt...
Yeah, and he almost broke his neck.
Hamilton gave a little bit to Verstappen. Do you know what I mean? And Verstappen had none of it. It was like, I'm just going to drive into him, just cause a crash.
But while we're talking about the greats, while Max Verstappen was going to win his 3rd consecutive title, Lewis Hamilton completely lost his mind. His head rolled off his shoulders, and he just went... I actually screamed when I was watching the TV. I haven't done this in a while, but I saw it happening. I was like, he's not going to... Oh, God! That's what I did. I was just like... Because I had a bet on it as well. And I was like, fuck it, was 200 quid, Lewis. Thanks for that. Anyway, don't gamble. It's bad. 200 quid that... fucking guy. No, but
I didn't watch it though. So the sprint, how did George end up second and third? Did someone get demoted? Was it Sainz and Leclerc get demoted?
Oh yes.
Start the race. I didn't properly watch the whole weekend. I was doing shit.
Sprint race.
Was it the sprint race or a sprint shootout?
I don't know. Let's go back to the race. Let's go back to the race. Fernando Alonso, any words on him? Pretty sixth. He finished in the race. He had a couple of
He started fourth,
something like that.
But because of the accident between Hamilton and George, so they're saying that he could have been second, third.
I just think that Aston Martin has been, other than Perez and Stroll, it's been the disappointment since the summer break, because they were so fast at the start of the year, and now it just kind of looks Alpine level. And occasionally Fernando can get miracles out of it, but because they've really gone the wrong way on development.
A two or 3-time world champion,
2-time world champion.
Yeah, and Stroll I'm sorry,
no, leave him alone. Leave the guy alone. No, but they just haven't been very spectacular since the summer break.
Yeah, but they 3 races.
Mm.
I think they've been beginning to get it together a bit. They've been
because they've said that they've understood where they went wrong, development-wise. That's what I was looking for. So I think they'll be back there next year. But anything else I want to talk about?
Hang on, you're not saying what you talk about. Maybe there's something I want.
What do you want to talk about?
Well, maybe it's an inclusive.
Yeah, what do you want to talk about?
Well, I'm just putting that in my input.
Do you want to talk about something?
Well, if there's anything I want to talk about, then I'll include it.
Okay,
but maybe add me into it.
I think
this is the thing. What do you think about Sargent? Do you think he's been racing for Williams next year?
You read my mind. I was just about to go on to Williams.
Because I think Sargent. They're giving him probably till the last race to decide. But
if you were Williams, if you were James Vowles, would you keep Logan Sargent for next year?
It's a tough one. I wouldn't.
Really?
But to be
he's
fair,
very good looking though.
And I think he brings money to it. I think he brings quite a bit of money to the table as well.
He's American. He's good looking. I mean, I keep saying
and it helps out when they're at the Americas.
Yeah,
2 weeks. That help the team out.
I keep saying if the racing doesn't work out, he's got a Hugo Boss modelling career or something. The guy's gorgeous, but he even gets Charles Leclerc run for his money.
Oh, who's the best looking in the grid right now?
That's what it's still Charles. He's still.
Do you think it's Charles?
Yeah.
Sainz is a good looking guy. Sainz is up there.
Listen. People have been saying that Charles Leclerc runs the roost. Okay, let's. Who do you think is the least? No, that's not. That's horrible.
Joking. I'm sorry.
Who is it? Oh well. No. I'll tell you off camera. So I guess that probably says a lot about how Logan Sargent's performed. That I didn't talk about his performance. I just talked about his look. No, I followed Logan Sargent. That sounds weird. I followed Logan Sargent and Oscar Piastri since Formula 3. And in Formula 3, the F3 Championship went down to the wire between Piastri and Sargent and Teopoche. And he did some really good things in F2 once he got his act together. So I really, really rate Logan. He can be a bit erratic. But I think if you actually look since the summer break at his gap, at his actual pace, his pace is there. He's there or thereabouts of Albon. He just keeps smashing the car up. And it's the whole thing of, I think if you're a rookie, you can do one or the other. You can have pace and smash the car up, or you cannot have pace, but you never smash the car up.
He's had moments.
He's got really good pace there.
He's had moments,
but he cannot stop smashing the car
up. He isn't able to consistently string it all together. And I think that's what makes you F1 material. Being able to consistently put in the results, not crash, but have still moments of
And I was disappointed, and I don't want the fairies to go after me here, but obviously he was very dehydrated and didn't finish the race. And I just felt like when you're fighting for your F1 career, you know, you hear about the maybe I'm being old school, but you hear about the greats where they broke the gearbox and they've got blisters on their hand, or Niki Lauda's driving 6 weeks after being. I'm using extreme examples, but it just seemed a bit like.
But if you did hear on the actual,
it's like you better finish this race. You're fine.
If you heard watching, he did say that he's very unwell. He feels like he wants to stop. And he did say it to the team. The team said, "You can stop. We're happy." Yeah,
no, they would. They would
carry on. He carried on. He said, "Oh, I'm going to at least try and finish because he's had something to prove. He needs to still prove his worth."
I think,
but in the end, he had to stop because
I think if I'm in his position where I'm fighting for my dream, fighting for my F1 career, if I no, I'm not even going to go there because the fairies will come after me. But I just felt like it lacked, again, what I said about the fire in the belly with Stroll. It lacked a bit of.
Look, if you're still able to have pace in F1, in other categories you will still be good, you know? Who's in...
Nick de Vries.
Not Nick de Vries, the other guy who's in Haas.
Mick Schumacher?
In Haas.
Oh,
Roman. He's been quite a little bit successful in... what category in America?
I'm not interested in anything.
He is.
I'm not interested in anything that he's doing. The guy's a donkey.
Yeah, but my point is that he's still relatively successful in other categories. F1's the pinnacle of any motorsport.
So you're saying Logan should go and do something else
in another category like Stroll?
I'm not
but I'm not taking the piss out of him. I'm saying.
No, I think he's earned another season. I think he's got pace. People have compared him to Latifi. No, because Latifi had this much pace and smashed the car.
He never showed it. He never showed it. He really never showed it.
He had no pace and smashed the car, but he was quite a nice guy. Whereas Logan's
he had one
good pace, smashes the car to smithereens.
What's his qualifying been compared to Albon though? Is it 1? Is he 1-1 or is he 1-0?
No, 0.
Exactly. So why keep him?
But he was 900ths off Albon. In the latest session.
And has he got points? Has he got points?
No, he hasn't got points. But that's not the point. You're missing the point. He's a rookie, so we're looking at potential. You know what you're getting when you get. It's
like Bottas. When he was with Mercedes, they only gave him a 1-year contract. They didn't extend. No, so he's given interviews saying, "I wish Mercedes." Then I feel like he trusts.
That's different. I'm saying,
or it kind of is in the same.
He's a rookie
category,
so you've got to look at potential. Not everyone is going to be a superstar like Oscar Piastri or Max Verstappen and win your race.
We're just not on the same path. We're just not. You're not listening to me properly.
No, you're not listening to me.
I am.
I'm saying
we'll talk to this. We'll talk.
Don't say we're talking.
Well, no, because you're not listening. Because
you're making me sound like an abuse.
That's why I feel like we'll talk about this later.
Because you're not listening to my point.
No,
I'm getting to the same point you're basically talking. I'm getting to the same point you are.
One more rookie who had his last day in the car, probably. Liam Lawson. How have you?
In AlphaTauri. Mm-hmm.
I think he's been a revelation. I think he's been absolutely fantastic. And
for his dream. I don't like the word follow. It seems
I've been like
Liam Lawson's a good looking man, actually.
He is good looking.
He's good looking too.
He's got that sleek black blonde hair. Is he New Zealand or Australia? He's New Zealand, right?
One of them two.
One of the two.
One of the two.
It's all the same. Oh, he's New Zealand. Or is that? I don't know. I don't know the difference between the flags.
A lot of the drivers talk about how Lewis has made...
Lewis Hamilton. He's not your mate. Lewis.
You know Lou. Lou Boo. Oh, my guy. But his fashion sense, because Gasly was talking about that, a lot of them saying that he's set the path for them just dressing how they want to. So I'm saying Liam Lawson, a picture I saw of him, some glasses on.
Pierre Gasly has gone.
He looked very, good looking boy. Good looking boy.
Okay. We'll be rating all the drivers for looks and style from 20. We won't.
Lewis Hamilton's up there.
It's not for everyone though.
It's not for exactly.
It's not for everyone.
It's a bit of Marmite.
I like it generally. Sometimes I'm like, whoa, Lou, chill out.
Fuel pink outfits.
The one he had those ridiculous like 7 foot-long boots on.
Oh.
Anyway,
he had like a weird headpiece. Some more weird glasses that went around his head.
Yeah, he's a weirdo. No, he's right. But Pierre Gasly, actually, I've been watching interviews with him and like press conferences.
I love Pierre Gasly. Pierre Gasly's one of my favourite drivers.
Really?
Yes, but he's...
So it seems like I don't like anyone.
He's disappointing me a bit, but I still love him.
He's alright.
The fact that he got dropped from Red Bull so early, again, has shattered his confidence, I think.
For me, he's the most bang average driver on the grid. If you ask me, what's an average F1 driver? It's him.
He has got a podium, though.
It's not. I don't care what he's got. He's got a win as well. But
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't care. He's just in the middle. He doesn't wow me, and he doesn't disgrace. He's just there.
Because his confidence is not there every time. I believe if his
because his talent is not there every time. No, he's average. He's fine. He's decent. He's okay.
I believe when your juices are flowing on the racetrack, when you're cutting the apexes on the point, you are there.
More importantly,
he's not.
More importantly about Pierre Gasly is he's becoming more and more French every season. Like at first he's like, "Hello, I'm Pierre Gasly." Now he's like, "Well, okay." He's just been very French recently. I think he needs to dial that back a bit. He's been getting so French. And on that note,
right? Yeah, on that note,
did you enjoy the weekend?
I did.
Do you enjoy sprint weekends? Actually, just briefly,
I do. I do enjoy sprint weekends
because I actually don't enjoy sprint weekends, but I cannot listen. If it looks like a fish, smells like a fish, tastes like a fish, it's probably a fish. This weekend was phenomenal.
There was a lot of action going on.
The sprint shootout was phenomenal. The sprint race was phenomenal. The normal stuff.
Listen, I don't understand the reason why they don't just incorporate the same race formats as F2 and F3 and put it as F1, because that makes it more interesting. It actually, yes, F2 and F3 prepares them for F1, but they should still incorporate.
Because that would be too obvious. It would make too much sense, and F1 doesn't like to do that. And on that note,
that doesn't make any sense. To be honest, that doesn't make any sense.
They don't make sense. Like this whole track limits malarkey. Just get. I'm not even going to get into
it. No, these track limits go over the white line. That is off the track.
Yeah, I know. Track. Here's my track limits. Put some fucking grass or some gravel or a wall there, and you're not going up.
Yeah, but do you
some guy
saying that
on a laptop going? I reckon that's over.
Yeah, but you saying they put a wall there. That what? So they're just going to crash their car, spend like hundreds of thousands of each race.
No, here's what they won't crash the car because they'll go. There's a wall there, I won't go there. Whereas if it's just a white line, they go. Let me take liberty, see if I can get away with it.
That's true.
But anyway,
that is the reason why a wall is not there.
Well, there's a lot of
because the drivers they want to push the limits. They want to be able to get.
I think what's been good about this conversation is there's a lot of points that have been brought up that could do with some more. Excuse me, unpacking. So thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like. No one's gotten this far. Literally no one's got it. But if you have enjoyed it, please like, please subscribe, please comment.
Oh, by the way, before I end off, I just want to say this is a new commentator that might be in other.
Unless you don't like
videos, yes. Unless you don't like me, then just say that you want to fucking you want
to fucking.
And we can film it. We can film a fight on this channel.
We
can post it.
This is a plea for help. I will be taken around the back and beaten now by. No, joking. It's a joke. It's a joke. No, it's a joke. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.